I know you have a dream job and a dream amount of money you want to be paid in that job. I also know that you have a dream kind of partner. I mean a spouse. You have that kind of dream man you want to have, a dream woman. I also know that you have a dream kind of business you want to start, and you can not stop imagining yourself as a CEO of that company. But you see, there is a problem. There's one thing you're doing wrong. You're damaging your reputation now. I have seen this, especially among the young people now. They are so busy damaging their reputation. They are so busy destroying their names, and they're not even aware. Actually, young people have been told to enjoy life. You know, there is a verse. In fact, it's a half verse that they like using, even quoting from the Bible, that enjoy your youth. But they don't mention the other last part, which says, but remember. I implore you to go and read that part. I won't tell you, but you can go and discover for yourself. In this video, I want to tell you how dangerous it is to destroy your reputation and how good it is to keep a good reputation. In fact, I have confirmed even in the Bible, for those of us who are believers, you can check Proverbs 22:1. It will tell you something about reputation. I won't tell you. Go and find out. You see, reputation is your name. It's your brand. Reputation opens doors or closes doors before you actually reach there. Your reputation precedes you. Some of you, you are dreaming of a great partner. But right now, you're busy sleeping around with each and every one because you've been told to enjoy life. So you're reckless with life. You have this guy, you have the other guy, you have the other boy, you have this boy. And now your reputation is already getting damaged and you don't even know it. And tomorrow you want to marry a woman. If I ask you now, what kind of a man would you want to marry? Oh, I want to marry a man who will love me, a man who is so loyal, a man who is great. But let me tell you one thing about good people. They are so good at spotting damages from people. And they are so good at dodging such people. If I asked you which kind of woman do you want, I want a woman who will love me, a woman who is so beautiful, and this and this and this. But your problem is you are already destroying a quality that will make such a woman to choose you. Now, we are not talking about perfection here. We are talking about trying your best. Because as human beings, we are not even close to perfect. By default, we all know that. But now, tomorrow you're going to meet a woman who is actually your level, your dream woman. But by that time you'll be having 2 children. And she will not choose you for having 2 children. That is one of the conditions perhaps she has chosen and she has set for choosing a partner. I don't want someone who already has children. And you cannot blame her. You can't judge her for that. Why? Because that is what she has chosen. Blame yourself for damaging your reputation, for having this child here, this child there. Blame yourself. You can't blame them. That's their standard. Or you're going to want this man, but already you have a child for somebody else. And they are good people. Most of the good people will say, no, I don't want a woman with a child. That is just their condition. It's non-negotiable. And you can't blame them. You can't say they are bragging because they have all the rights. They have kept themselves. You didn't. So can you stop being angry with them? Reputation. Now, some of you are dreaming of a great job in a great multi-million company. But the problem is right now, you're busy living a reckless life at campus. And now you're even posting those pictures. You're partying, you're dancing, your dressing code is so lewd. And you're posting them. Remember, internet is both a curse and a blessing. It's a blessing in that it helps us to see what happens in the world, even when you're not. Even when you're in one place, but you know what happens and you're updated. It gives you so much information. But it's a curse in that doesn't forget. Today you post a nude picture. 10 years from now, someone can use that nude picture you posted to destroy you, to outcompete you from a promotional position. That is how disastrous it is. So some of you are dreaming. Let me tell you something. If there is something I have discovered, you leave alone these mediocre places which give you mediocre pay. Real places, real companies, real workplaces that pay have what we call values. They have a reputation to protect. You will find a whole company built on integrity. And for you, you're being used to cutting corners. You have all the evidence showing you have been someone who has been cutting corners, reputation damage. And that is the company which could have paid you the amount of money you always dreamed for in a job. But because of your damaged reputation, they can't give you a job. Reputation. I know what you're thinking. Some of you are thinking, I'm going to be in business, so why do I care? I'm going to be my own boss. Thank you. But if at all you're trying to build anything substantial, you will need to do what we call raising capital. And sometimes financial institutions like banks or any other financial institutions have so high demands, security demands, that you might not be able to fulfill their criteria. And that leaves you with the option of investors. And there are some investors who do not invest into businesses which don't align with their values. In fact, they don't even have conversations with the people who don't have character. Before they actually come and see you, before they even consider investing in your business, they will have checked your background. They will have done their background check on you. If they find a very scandalous, a very ridiculous, a very stained, a very dark spotted, a very bad past. And sometimes you could have even changed by that time. But because you kept on posting whatever you did, it all still amalgamates. And remember, you have enemies in this world. They like digging that buried past. It's the same thing with you. That is why, even in relationships, have you heard people say, I had a child, but I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to lose you. That's what happens. I've seen people, haven't you noticed, in some of the positions, very high, especially even in the so-called men of God, they are having positions which are so high that could be setting an example to society, but you find a bishop has a child somewhere, and it's a secret. Some of these people in high government offices that require integrity have baby mamas somewhere, so they have to keep the secret. In other words, that is how they are blackmailed. Someone got a child, and now they're supposed to get a position that requires them to be having only one collected family, but now they have another child there, they have another child there. So what do? That is how they are blackmailed. Someone is taking 40% of their salary, or even 50%. Do you really want to stand? Do you really want to stand that kind of life? Damaged reputation. I am not saying that this is perfection. I repeat, I'm not perfect myself. I have done things that I'm not proud of. But I'm trying to say, whenever you wake up, make sure you are seeing the future. You are fast seeing. Don't damage your reputation, especially young people. This is one of the advantages you have as a young person. I am a young person that I'm passionate about warning the young people. I told you I am not better than you. I am just sent ahead to find out a few things to make your way better. That's why I'm telling you this reputation. Now, I want you to be very careful. Usually, the consequences of your actions start to catch up with you when you are in your mid-30s to 40s. Now, if you want to find out what I am saying, I want you to check around the people who are between 35 to 40, or even slightly above 40. Their consequences, the consequences of their actions caught up with them. When you're still in your 20s, you can still be doing. But remember, what you'll be harvesting in your mid-30s to 40s will be what you will have sowed now in your 20s, in your late teens. Most women are single parenting. And they have struggled to get marriage partners, but because they were recklessly got one child, second child, when they were young, now their reputation is damaged. Now, the people who are trying to marry them are the confused ones, or the divorcees, or the ones who are not serious with life. In fact, these women even give out the vibe of desperation to these people because they are not quite confident about themselves. That is how damaged reputation will make you look like. Please protect your reputation, do right things, because it will surely repay you. Cheers.